Hi guys, right, this is a quick video which hopefully I can do in a one bang to show you about the best thing you can do to prolong the life of your Bosch Performance Line CX Generation 4 e-bike motor. To do this job, you're going to need a few tools. You're going to need an 8mm hex wrench. You're going to need a crank puller like that. For the drive side, you'll need a Bosch chainring removal tool, which is this thing here. But we're going to do the non-drive side just for simplicity, just as a demonstration, and a set of circlip pliers, and finally your Bosch Protection long life tacky grease. So to get started, the first thing you want to do is remove your crank bolt there. It just comes out easily like this, and go to one side. And next, in goes your crank puller, like that. Wind that in, and then that will wind your crank out. Off comes your crank. We can set that to one side. Now from here, you might be able to see, I'll just put the torch on there, you can see now I've exposed this outer bearing cover here on your motor. I'm sure I've got the best angle on that, and you can see that that bearing cover is retained by a circlip, and that has to come off. So that's the next thing. We'll get our circlip pliers in here and take that circlip out like that. And once you've done that, you should be able to get to your your seal now. Excuse me. In the Bosch seal kit that you can buy to replace these, which I'm not going to do today because this is a relatively new seal, that you get a tool that looks like a guitar plectrum, and Bosch advise you to go all the way around the seal to loosen it off. I find that doesn't work very well, so my method is to use a set of pliers like this to try and loosen this seal off. Now the internal side of this seal is steel. And let's try a different one. So it should be possible for you to get to this with a bit of persistence. Try it the other way around. And there we go. That is now loose. We can remove that. And there is your Bosch outer seal. Now, I actually did this yesterday. Forgot to film it, so the grease on here is fresh. We'll just do it again for demonstration purposes. And there is also now an inner yellow seal. Just need to gently remove that with a pick like so. And that fits on here like that. There you can see, that's your outer seal. Now, behind this seal is a bonded inner seal. And these two seals are the only thing that are keeping water out of your motor. So the grease that we've got sits between the outer seal and the inner seal, and its entire purpose is just to slow down like the ingress of water into your motor. And if you get water in your motor, that's it, you've killed it, it's dead. And it's, you know, £700–800 for a new motor. So doing this regularly is by far and away the best thing you can do to prolong the life of the motor. Now, with the grease, you want to get a good bead all the way around. You can see there, got a decent bit of grease on. And from here, just going to reverse the steps that we took, replace our outer seal, and then when you press this in, you need to see the grease squeeze through all the way around, like that. That way you know that you've got a full 360 degree coating of grease on your seal. So from here, just reverse what we did before. Let's get our circlip and our circlip pliers. Let's get ready to reinstall that. Let's go back on like that. So make sure that circlip is pushed home. There you go. And it's a circlip that holds the seal in, so it's vital that you get that pushed home all the way. And from there, what we need to do now is just reinstall our crank. Just make sure that's level, and it is. In goes our crank bolt here. Just nip that up. We're going to use a German torque level, good and tight. There we go. And there it is. Your outer bearing is now fully greased and protected against water ingress. How often you want to do this depends on where and the conditions you ride in. This is in England in summer. Things are pretty dry now, as you can see from the bike, lots of dust. So typically do this maybe once over summer. I ride all year round, so through the winter, where it's in England at least anyway, where it's wet and muddy all the time. I will do this typically every 2 to 3 weeks through the winter. The seal kits you can buy directly from various places in the UK. You can certainly find them on eBay. These are typically about 20 to 30 quid, come with both seals, 2 circlips, and a tub of grease. One other thing to mention, on the drive side for these motors, you're going to need a chainring removal tool, which is this thing. And keep in mind that it's a reverse thread, so you need to loosen it to the right on the drive side. I've only done the non-drive side just for brevity today, so you can see it. Obviously the other side, I've took the chainring off, chain device, remove the chain, so it's a bit slower. Also on the drive side, the circlip is a different design, it's a bit more awkward to remove. Persistence is the key. So hopefully you found that helpful, and good luck with it, and I'd say it's well worth doing. Thanks, cheers, bye.